Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Deucecraft. Last episode we worked on this trading hall area a little bit. Didn't get much accomplished, had some problems with this system that I set up. So I did something that I hardly ever do. I went into Creative World and I built a system that will work. So let's go take a look at that right now. And here we are in my creative world. Now, I started building it and designing it and laying out the redstone here, and then I realized, yeah, this is facing west. Now, because of the east-west rule that minecart tracks default position and all of that good stuff are bound by, this isn't going to work because our survival world is facing east. So, yeah, the default positions and everything are incorrect for our survival world because they're facing the wrong way. And so if I move this and if I designed it like this in our survival world, nothing would work right. So I flipped the design, came over here, rebuilt and redesigned and got everything facing the correct way. So this is facing east. This is the way our system is set up in our survival world, or will be set up in our survival world as soon as I build it. So I've got it designed the correct, facing the correct direction. Now back there you can see I've got some villagers. I've got a button here to send a minecart this way to collect the villagers. If I like them, trade with them, I like them, I want to send them left or right. So let's say I want to send him left. I just step on this pressure plate. He goes left. Let's grab another guy real quick. If I like him and I want to send him right, I just step on this one and he goes right. Boop, just like that. Now, this button is our dispenser button. You can see it comes down into this block. This redstone line goes all the way back over here, up a little slab ladder into the dispenser there, which sends it out onto that minecart track and picks up a villager right there, takes them all the way to the front. Our left pressure plate, the one that switches the track, you can see it switches the track and powers this at the same time. Let me get off again so you can see it does both of those at the same time. Now how that works is, get up, thank you. So the pressure plate is right here, so we draw the power down here, right below it. It comes down into this repeater, which powers this block, that depowers this torch, and powers this torch. And this torch is right below that track that switches. So once the track gets power, it switches. When it's not powered, it's in its default right position. At the same time, this torch is powering this line. That repeater is gonna depower that torch, of course, which will power this torch, and that torch powers that rail right there to make them go. Now the right one, all it does is power that. That's all it does. It just powers that rail so it can go, because the default position in that rail is to go right. Now we've got a little lever here, and that is to kill our villagers. If we decide we don't like them, boom, swap that down. We send them off to the right, and instead of just falling down there, you can hear them dying. They die a horrible death back there, and they're never heard from again. Now, if we get an empty minecart, just like that, we've got a little setup over here to detect it. So right here, we got a little tripwire hook. If a villager comes through here, you can see it trips this rail to make him go straight and go off to our right side of our villager trading hall. If there's an empty minecart, the default position of this rail is just like this. It's not gonna, the empty minecart will not trip this wire, so this will stay like this. The empty minecart will go this way, down here, back into a cactus right there, break the minecart falls down into the hopper system, which put it into a dropper here. Now we have two droppers right here going into our dispenser that spit out the minecart to pick up the villager. And what happens is, if there is a minecart in this dropper, it's going to trigger a comparator clock here to spit it up into the next dispenser, and at the same time it's going to trigger this dispenser or dropper to spit it up into the dispenser up there. So it's a little dropper chain basically. So if I send this minecart, we can see it going off to get crushed, and it just did. And that is also where the villagers go to die. So let me see if I can get that last guy. Nope, let's drop one here and pick him up. Good. So if I switch this down, what happens now is this line goes over here right into this torch, which depowers that torch. Let me just turn it on real quick. So the default is this torch is powered, which depowers this torch, which makes this torch keep this line open, and that is for the tripwire hook. It's a long story, but if I turn this off, it's going to keep this powered so that even if we try to trip this, it's not going to trip that that rail to go straight. Instead, it's just going to keep it curved, so the villager is going to come this way just like an empty minecart would. Instead, he's going to get shoved into this block, which is going to kill him, and the minecart will of course get broken and go back into our system. So that is how the killing system works, and I'll demonstrate that right quick. See that? So yeah, bye bye villager. This guy's taking a long time to die. Wow. So that's how that works. So if it's on, up is on, of course. If it's on, he's not gonna die. If I have it down, he's gonna die. So that is how the system is set up. Now, you can see here, this really isn't gonna work for our wall in our survival world. So I'm gonna have to change this just a little bit. We're gonna have to extend it back farther this way because this is going to have to all be wall. So all of this will have to move over a little bit, but we can deal with that when we get into building it in the survival world. Back in survival again. So I've got my button set up, I've got my switch set up, or my lever, and we've got some pressure plates here because of our garbage that we had previously built that did not work. Let's get rid of all of this junk, and then we'll start getting into building our new system, which does work. You, here, here, here. Really don't need double blocks there, but it's okay, or double slabs. And repeater. And I believe that'll work. Let's take a look. I took a bunch of screenshots and I'm not even looking at them like a silly boy. Let's get rid of you, and does power it, but now we've got a problem. Aha! This is the problem. Silly. So instead of a torch, we need redstone, redstone, and then torch. Bip, bip. Too high. Get down, get down. Thank you. And go there, and you go there, and repeater here, and depowers that. Perfect. Now that is that. The left and right should be working now. Let's get back up and double check. So right works, left works. Perfect. Now we need to wire this up to the dispenser down there. Get rid of these guys. Get rid of these guys, I said. So here is our dispenser. Now I just need to backtrack with my planks. Not my planks, my slabs. And bip. So we need to get a repeater going into that guy. Oh man, those villagers. Actually, I don't even need a repeater, do I? We can just use redstone to power that, I believe. Dude. Now I'm just going to, whoa, falling down here. Yeah, because it's up, I can just go ahead and use those slabs. Come around the corner, and will it meet up? It'll be close, won't it? Yep. Burp, 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 burp. Do I have, do I have, nope. Eh. Dust, dust, dust. Dust, 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 dust. No more dust. Dust. Over here, and let's throw a repeater there. Just to make sure we don't have any interference, and dust, dust. Oh, cockapoo. That won't work, bruh. Okay, we're gonna have to go out one here. Like that. Good, no interference. Good, 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 good. And I should have some minecarts in there, so we could test this now. So let's test the Bhutan. 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 Kaka. Give me that. Thank you. Now, you go to there, and you, sir, go there. Good. Yeah, we're not powering anything. Okay, we've got one minecart in there. And you guys are so noisy. Let us test. The Bhutan does not work. I always hate dealing with dispensers and droppers because they are so finicky with how they get their power. Off of there. You down, and then we'll throw a repeater, and that will definitely power it. No doubt about it. You know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. There we go. Now work, I say. Work, I say. Yeah, that's probably not why it's not working. Dum dum. Okay, it should definitely work now. Ta-da! Alright, alright, alright. So, we did a few things here. we now I now have a, yeah. There we go. I now have a block there, blocking them from moving back and forth. Tried a bunch of different types of blocks and such, and nothing was stopping them. So I just used a piston with a block. Otherwise, they were just coming up here. Even with the track real low, they would still just come up here and take off. And why was that switch off? Oh, I moved that track. Okay. Let me change this real quick. Okay, so we did that. So now we have a block to stop them, and he's gonna die. Have a block to stop them. I also moved the track up to here. So it now goes up on top. And then they fall down right there, and that's where they get stuck until we check them out, see if we like their trades. If we do, we send them on their merry little way. The reason I did that is so that I could have a return track going back, just in case everything's full. We now have a return track. What? Oh, thought I saw something back there. We now have return tracks that are going to take them back over this way to the little holding area and drop them off right there with an activator rail. It's going to go back around, back to this side, over to here, and we need to drop it into a cactus right around here somewhere with a hopper, putting the mine carts back into a dropper, spitting dropper into the hopper into the dispenser. That'll all make sense in a little bit. I also did this here. This is our return line for the other side. If we decide we want to get rid of them, kill them, whatever, we're going to send them this way, and then they'll go under these blocks here. The blocks will suffocate them, kill them, and then by the time the minecart gets to the other end, it's just going to be an empty minecart. And this is also where we're putting our little tracks, which are here, just in case empty minecart swings through here. Instead of going back into the system, it's going to switch the track right here, go down that way. So now I need string. And we need to wire up this switch right here, which will be our kill switch. So if we don't like them, bink, we hit that, we step on the pressure plate, they go back there, they die. So I need to get string. I've got all my redstone stuff. I don't have any string. So I'm going to have to go hope it is nighttime and go kill a spider. Let's go see what we got. It is daytime. And super laggy. Oh my goodness. Let me just double check around here, make sure I don't have a string sitting around. No. Ooh. And that is a no. Okay, well, I'm going to have to wait until night, kill a spider, and get a string, and then we'll get back to the build. Let's send an empty minecart now. And it went right past. Because it's that way. Ah, it needs to be opposite. Why did I do that? That's why we had a torch on the other one, on our creative. Duh. Okay, so we need to do that, and we do need to put torches here. And nothing's going to get cut off. No. Good. Everything should still be working. Up is live, down is die. Now we need to go fix the return, or create the return, where the minecarts are going to hit the cactus and get crushed and all that good stuff. And for that, I'm going to need... I already got droppers over there. I might need another one, though, just in case. We'll bring it. And any more redstone? I think I have everything I need. Yeah. Let's go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the good news is everything seems to be working. I did, however, trade out the pressure plates here that we had for some buttons, because every time I went to go look at the villager to see what kind of trades they had, I'd send them off and then have to chase them down. So we're not going to do that. We're going to have buttons instead. So button for the left side works, button for the right side works, kill switch works, the call button works, and bad news is I am completely out of villagers. So yeah, killed them all off testing the system. Didn't get a single villager lined up for our trading center, but that's okay. I still need to go back there and connect the two breeding centers a little bit better into the funneling system that will bring them up to the minecart rail where they get picked up by the call button. So I'm going to get to doing that, but that is going to be it for this episode. Next episode, we should have a nice full trading haul, and we'll start working on something else. We'll see what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.